Hey guys, hope everything is going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH underscore sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. All right, so I wanted to touch base on cancel culture and how it impacts, or how I believe it's going to impact the hobby moving forward. And this is a topic I was thinking of doing earlier, but I think right now it is really relevant. And it's happened before. People have been canceled. We all know about that. Some people will say, nah, this person isn't canceled or that person isn't canceled. That's open to debate. Right? Some people will be like, hey, look, Kurt Schilling wasn't canceled. And then other people on the other aisle will say that no, Kaepernick wasn't canceled. Regardless of whatever your opinions are, I understand this is a very passionate topic for many people out there, and I just want to talk about it in the most. I could try to be as unbiased as possible, and try to use logic and reasoning here, and not to take any sides whatsoever. Because once again, this is a very touchy topic for many out there. And what wanted me to talk about this topic was the Kanye West interview with Alex Jones.
Dave Chappelle is a hack, and he gets a lot of his jokes from Owen Benjamin.
And I discussed it the other day. And like I've said, that interview was probably the most, or the craziest interview that I've seen. The other two crazy interviews that I've seen had to deal with Alex Jones. It was Piers Morgan, Alex Jones interview about a decade ago on CNN. And there was another interview with Joe Rogan and Alex Jones. That was intense, I think, the first time around. Now, Kanye West, I don't want to get too much into what he said or repeat what he said. Now, in my opinion, that interview will make a lot of people very cautious in associating with Kanye West, in dealing business, all the people that he used to hang out with. I don't think that a lot of people would want to be in public with him. That's just my opinion. There will be some people, obviously, but mainly non celebrities and mainly political people, in my opinion. Because a lot of people are not going to want to do business with him. They're going to be like, hey, look, you could get canceled too. You're associating with the guy that said XYZ. Now, what does this have to do with cards, sports cards, collectibles in general? Now, if you have, for instance, some sort of Kanye West, Taylor Swift card that you bought at a peak, now in terms of where this will go, maybe in the short run, people may flock to it because he's in the news. But in terms of, how should I say it, cultural relevancy, I don't think he's going to be as relevant, culturally relevant, because a lot of people are not going to want to associate with him. Now, there may be some interviews of him in the future, but not as many. I don't think a lot of concert venues would want to host him, to be honest. So you're just looking at this situation in terms of buying his cards. Will people want to hold this card, right? In terms of an investment value. And I'm thinking probably not. Now, some people may disagree. I saw some messages or some comments on Instagram. They're saying like, hey, look, people are messaging me about this Kanye West card. Okay. Some people, once again, in the short run, may flock to it. Is it a long-term thing? The judgment's in the air for many people. I think that it's not going to go. I don't think this is something people would want to, or excuse me, I don't think the price of it is going to go significantly higher. That's just my opinion for the long term. Now, other players as well. You can look at in the sports card region, and I'll get back to Kanye West later on. Kyrie Irving, right? Are people going to want to speculate in Kyrie Irving cards now because of the whole situation that went down. Now, some people are going to defend him, some people are not. Well, that's up to people and how they want to view him. Okay? There's Curt Schilling, like I mentioned before. Curt Schilling got canceled off of ESPN because he made some comments. He's also said a few things which probably have prevented him from getting to the Hall of Fame. Now, there are Curt Schilling cards where you could buy maybe the Tiffany Topps rookie card, and a lot of people don't want to touch it right now. So I'm just thinking, hey, look, this is something, it's a coin flip. Is Curt Schilling cards, are those going to be valuable in the long run? Because right now, I don't hear too much of Curt Schilling. I see he's on Twitter, but I remember the Boston Red Sox, they had an event of the Red Sox team from 2004. Curt Schilling was not invited, and he was very pivotal in helping them win, especially that Bloody Sock appearance, or Bloody Sock performance. One of the best performances in my lifetime. I don't know how he did it, but he was a pure champion, in my opinion. So we're looking at that. There's also, some people may argue that, hey, they believe Kaepernick was canceled. Now some people on the other end said, no, he deserved it. Whatever you think, right? Are Kaepernick cards, are people going to invest in them long term because of what they believe Kaepernick did, right? Some people say it's heroic. Some people say it's not heroic, right? I'm just thinking out loud, asking questions. There's no right or wrong answers. I'm just trying to look at price action from an investment point of view, right? I get it. Some people may want to collect these. That's understandable. But the thing is that you have to look at the fact. I have to decline this call. The thing is that there's other examples. Now, I'm just thinking out loud. In terms of Yeezy Adidas shoes, regarding Kanye West, are people going to stop buying these shoes, right? And then on top of it, trying to unload these shoes. What if you're a reseller and you bought a lot of Adidas Kanye West shoes? Now you're like, oh crap. Will eBay allow me to sell in the future? Will that company that Luber used to run, can't think of the top of my head. And it's just quite interesting that some people may be left holding the bag because they didn't realize that they may go off and say something off the rails and they may not be culturally relevant anymore. So that's just a few things to consider. I know that there's some Magic the Gathering cards. I remember watching Tim Pool a while ago, maybe a few years ago. He was talking about how certain Magic cards were canceled because it may be offensive. So are those cards going to be worth a lot of value in the future? These are questions, these are topics that I believe people should be discussing, because I'm just thinking, wait a second. Because if these are scarce and they're no longer allowed, would that make them more valuable in the future? Or would they just not have too much demand? Once again, no right or wrong answers. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this. Anyways, guys, leave your thoughts below. If I missed anyone that was canceled and has collectibles out there that may be valuable or aren't valuable at all, let me know down below. Anyways, guys, one last thing I wanted to say is that there are some people I remember in the 90s, like John Rocker said XYZ, and then maybe he had a few more years playing, and then, his career ended. And then I think he went to home building or something like that. Nobody remembers John Rocker now. Now, obviously, John Rocker, that pitcher, is not the same as Kanye West. Kanye West has been all over the media for the past, almost 20 years? So, quite interesting. I wanted your thoughts, guys. Anyway, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.